Hi guys, welcome back, and today I wanted to take you through my August favorites and fails. And I also wanted to chat to you a little bit about menopause. A lot of these products I've purchased to try and counteract the effects that menopause is having on my skin. Some have worked and some have failed. So I do have some hair care, some makeup and some skincare to take you through. And I'm going to start off with a little bit of hair care. Now, I have been using the Primrose Olive Oil Leave-In Conditioner for a long time, probably for about the last 2 years on and off. I must say that I used it religiously for a few months and I really loved it, and then somehow it just kind of fell off the radar. Anyway, my first bottle finished up, and so I decided to repurchase because I remembered how good this was. And this is one product that when I use it, I get compliments on my hair. So it's very rare that I get complimented on anything, but this seems to be a real winner. So they have changed the packaging slightly since I last purchased it, but the formula is the same and it works just as well, and I've really been loving this, and it really is an affordable leave-in conditioner. And because I love this so much, I decided that I wanted to try out their shampoo. So I do use the Red Ken, forget the name of it now, I will put it up on the screen, and it is my holy grail shampoo and conditioner. But I wanted something to supplement it because it is quite an expensive product, and so I was looking for a drugstore or pharmacy shampoo that I could kind of mix in and maybe just make my Red King go a little bit further. So I thought I was onto a good thing with the Primrose Olive Oil, so I decided to try the shampoo. This is sulfate free, and I used this a couple of times. I mixed it in with the Red King. Unfortunately, this is a dismal fail for me. It's got a very kind of sticky formula. It doesn't really lather that well, and I found that it just made my hair kind of sticky. I don't know how else to describe it. It didn't have that luster or that ability to move. It was just a fail for me. So unfortunately, this is not a solution to my problem. So I'm still on the lookout for a really good affordable drugstore alternative that I can use every second wash, or perhaps even mix in with my other shampoo and conditioner. So if you know of one, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And then another product which I was very pleased to happen upon by chance, and it's my beloved Aven Zero Calm Lipid Replenishing Cleansing Oil. Now, this was my holy grail cleansing oil. Unfortunately, they changed the packaging and the formula a couple of years ago, but I was in Woolworths and they had a few of these on the shelf marked down 40% off, obviously old stock. So I was very excited and I purchased one, and this is what I have been using in the mornings to cleanse my face. I have got a Eucerin oil cleanser that I use in the evenings, but this is just a great backup, and I was very, very pleased to have found this again. My heart did a little like gadunk when I saw it, but this really has been discontinued. I honestly haven't seen it anywhere apart from the few that I spied in Woolworths. And then also from the Aven brand, and this was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, and it's the Hydrants Replenishing Serum. I can't really see the writing on the bottle because it's a transparent bottle, but I heard very good things about this from my subscriber, and I went in store looking for this. So it's a serum, but it's very hydrating. It doesn't contain hyaluronic acid. It contains some kind of alternative, because I do find that sometimes hyaluronic acid has the opposite effect. It can kind of dry out my skin. Anyway, I went in store, and again, I saw this at 40% off. Unfortunately, it has been discontinued, and it's been replaced by a new serum of theirs that does contain hyaluronic acid. So I picked up 2 bottles of this. I've really been loving it. I use it in the morning, and it really is uber hydrating on the skin. Now, one of the things that I've really been struggling with is my menopausal skin. So I am currently taking HRT. I've been on HRT for almost 2 months now, and of course it is supposed to contain ingredients that will help to replenish the things that your skin loses during menopause. And so it does contain estrogen and progesterone, and it is supposed to counteract some of those effects. It's also supposed to help you with night sweats, hot flashes, and all that good stuff, moods and all that. And unfortunately, I can't say that I've really seen a big difference since I've been on HRT. I am going to be going back to my doctor just to assess the situation and to see what we can perhaps tweak or change, but really haven't seen a big difference. And menopause is really having a huge impact on my skin. It's really just been quite, I don't want to use the word devastating, but it really has. I have seen a change in my skin, and so I have been doing things to try and counteract those changes. So this was one of the things that I really wanted to try, and it really is great. It is making a small difference to my dehydrated skin. So I do love that. As I say, unfortunately, it has been discontinued. So the thing with menopausal skin is what I found the most disturbing is the change in texture. Now, I'm 53 years old. I've always had enlarged pores. I think it's just a genetic thing. And as you get older, unfortunately, your pores, if anything, they are going to get a little bit bigger. So it is something that I've struggled with. But now that my skin is really dehydrated, they are just more evident, more obvious than ever. So it's really something that I have been trying to counteract. I've tried various remedies. And the one thing that I tried was niacinamide. So I picked up some niacinamide from The Ordinary. And a very, very wise person once said that when you're buying skincare like this in dribs and drabs, so you're buying certain ingredients separately, and then you applying them. It's very much like buying a car piecemeal. So you'll buy a tire and then you'll buy some brake pads instead of buying the whole vehicle all at once. And I tend to agree with this kind of approach to skincare. I have found that niacinamide on its own, it has dried out my skin. I haven't seen any difference to my pores, any improvement. So I really wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend buying a good moisturizer that already contains the niacinamide. You don't have to apply it separately to your skin. So that is my take on that. A couple of other products that I've been trying. I've been trying out the DMK Pore Reduction Plus. Now, DMK stands for Monu King. He is a doctor or dermatologist, and he does have his own DMK range. Now, I have used this in the past, rewind about 20 years or so. I remember using his vitamin C serum, and I remember that it was the one thing that really helped to clarify my pores and also to make them appear smaller. It just had the most beautiful effect on my skin. So fast forward 20 years, I decided to try some of the products again, but bearing in mind they are very, very pricey. This was not expensive. Has it done anything to my pores? No, I can't really see any difference or any change to my pores or skin texture. So I decided to pick up another serum of theirs called the Super Serum. Now this combines their vitamin C with a gel which is anti-inflammatory. So this is not as expensive as their pure vitamin C, but I thought I would give it a go because it does have some of the vitamin C in it. So I have been using this for about a month now. I can't say that it's made a huge difference to my skin. I am going to carry on using it. I think I probably need to give it a little bit longer. But this was a nice compromise. The vitamin C was just way out of my price range. And I would actually like to reach out to them for some kind of sponsorship just so I can try their products and come back to you and let you know how they work specifically on menopausal skin, because I really do rate the products if their vitamin C is anything to go by. So I would like to try it in its pure form again. But this one, the jury is still out. I'm going to carry on using this and we're going to see if it has any effect. So the one thing that you can use that is supposed to help your pores, make them look a little bit reduced, is of course Retin-A or Retinol. So I was using Retin-A, prescription Retin-A. I stopped using it a while back, and I've been using various over-the-counter retinols. I've used a very expensive one from Dermaceutics. I've used a less expensive one from Skin Functional. This is their retinoic acid ester. So this is supposed to be one step down from Retin-A. So it's supposed to be very, very powerful. I'm probably on my third bottle of this, and to be honest with you, I just don't see any improvement in my skin texture at all. So I think I really do need to call in the big guns. So that's why I am going back to my prescription Retin-A, and we're going to see if this has a better effect on my skin, because at this stage I really am desperate and I will try anything. So that's just an update on the retinoic acid ester and going back to my Retin-A. And then I've also been taking a supplement. This is Prime Eve Plus. It's evening primrose oil with vitamin B6, vitamin E, magnesium and zinc. This is supposed to be very good for your skin as well. I have been using this for about 3 weeks now. I take it every morning, and have I seen any improvement? Not really. I think I probably need to give it a little bit longer. But as I say, desperate times call for desperate measures. So I decided just to supplement everything with this as well. So we're going to give this a little bit more time, and we are going to see if it has any effect on the skin. The evening primrose oil is supposed to be excellent for your skin. It's supposed to nourish your skin from the inside out. So we're going to see if that has any effect. And then another skincare item, I've got a moisturizer. This is from DermaTX. This is a local brand. It is the Hydra Collagen Fix Cream. I have bumped up my moisturizer slightly for winter. I have been using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which I really like. But this one is a little bit richer, and I enjoy it, especially in the evenings, for just putting over my Retin-A or whatever else I've got on underneath my skin. So I do enjoy it for that. It's got a lovely texture. Unfortunately, it is very heavily fragranced. I don't mind fragrance in my skincare at all, but I do actually have to draw the line here. Ooh, it's quite a masculine fragrance as well. So it's a little bit off-putting, but the texture of the cream is really good, and I have got a salon size of it, so I've got quite a long way to go. So I've had to just get used to the smell, because I am going to use this up until the last drop. So that's the moisturizer I have been using. And then a couple of other things that I have purchased in August, and I'm going to let you know how they are working for me. Before I do that, I must just give a shout out to the Zip. Now, I have done a video on the Zip, and I had a one-on-one session with Melanie Simon. She is the founder. It was absolutely phenomenal. She took me through some tricks of the trade. And the one thing that I did want to pass on to you is that you mustn't be afraid to use pressure when you're using the Zip device. And we did a demo over Zoom. We did one side of my face, and honestly, my face actually looked lopsided afterwards. You could see the lifted side where we had really worked it. So if I ever was in doubt about microcurrent, which I never was, to be honest, that definitely sealed the deal for me. So there's also a program on here which is a nanocurrent program, which deals more with the texture and the conditioning of your skin. And that is called the Founder's Favorite. It's Melanie's favorite. And I've been doing that. I've been using that, doing that program on my skin. And that has definitely helped as well. It just kind of reconditions the skin. So definitely a big fan of this. I do still have a 10% off discount code, which I will leave in the description box below. But really, I continue to be blown away by this. I just absolutely love it. So that's just a little side note on the Zip device. And then a sunscreen that I purchased. Now, this is from the brand Lelieve. It's a local brand. And this particular sunscreen has won the Women in Home Beauty Grail Awards 2 years running. So I picked this up because I wanted to know what all the fuss was about. This is a mineral sunscreen. It's SPF 30. They say it's called All the Shade, so it is tinted, but any skin tone can use it. And I'll tell you why now. So that's what it looks like. It is slightly tinted, but when you blend it out, honestly, there is no color payoff whatsoever. The color just seems to absolutely disappear. So if you're thinking of using it as a tinted moisturizer, you might be a little bit disappointed because there really is no coverage to speak of. The texture, I have found that it is quite sticky, and I do find that it's quite drying on my skin, having this all mineral SPF. It just makes my skin feel a little bit tight. I've also noticed that there is a little bit of pilling when I come to put on my foundation. It just kind of pulls a little bit. I don't know. So I really don't know what all the fuss is about. To be honest with you, I will continue to use it. It was fairly expensive. So I am going to carry on using it. As long as it's got the SPF benefit, I'll be happy. I'm not too worried about the coverage and the fact that it doesn't give you a tint. But as I say, I haven't really been that impressed with this, to be honest. So if you've used this, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any comments. Leave them down below. I have heard people raving about it, and then I've also heard people saying it's not really that great. So that's from Lelieve. And then I picked up a perfume recently. I was using the Nuxe Prodigieuse Neroli, which I absolutely loved. I really just couldn't get enough of this fragrance. I finished this up and I was looking for something that maybe was a slightly more complicated fragrance. This is quite basic. It is really very pretty. And I stumbled upon this one by L'Occitane. And this is the Neroli and Orchid Eau de Toilette. Orchid, I beg your pardon, Eau de Toilette. And this is beautiful. So it's got that kind of bubblegummy, kind of marzipan top note, which is the Neroli. But it's also got some beautiful middle notes and base notes as well. So it's definitely a more complex fragrance than the Nuxe. And I do prefer it. I think it's just a little bit more luxurious, and it still just gives you that beautiful neroli fragrance, which I absolutely love. So I have been using this and really can recommend it if you're a neroli fan, and would definitely recommend the rest of the range they have as well. I'd love to get the hand cream and the body lotion. They've got the whole 9 yards that goes with that. And then a blush that I picked up, this is from a Korean brand called, sorry, I beg your pardon, this is a lip balm, not a blush. This is from a Korean brand called Feve, and this is a lip balm in Rosy Cozy, and I bought this online. I love the idea of this. They say you can wear it on your cheeks as well. It's just got a lovely rosy hue. I do love me a tinted lip balm, and it's got a little bit of a shine to it as well. I'm just going to blend it out for you. So really is quite cute, but honestly, is it worth the money? No, it really isn't. If you're wanting something that's tinted, I would say get a Labello. They are just the business and they work just as well. This is a little bit hyped. I also don't like the dispensing mechanism because you can't just apply it directly to your lips without a mirror. You're going to get yourself into a hell of a knot. So no, I don't think you need to spend the money on that. Wouldn't recommend it. And then an eyeshadow base that I've picked up, a paint pot from MAC. This is one that I had never seen before. I found it in store. It's called It's Fabstract, and it is a matte chocolate brown. And this is gorgeous as a one and done eyeshadow. I really do like it for that, and great to line your lower lid with as well. It doesn't budge, and would highly recommend any of the MAC paint pots. So really like that one. And then a primer that I picked up recently. This is from Essence. It's the Jelly Grip Hydrating Primer. I am not a primer girl. I have yet to find a primer that really does anything for my skin, to be honest. I've used the MAC one. The MAC one does mattify your skin, but it doesn't really do much for my pores. This one, it It doesn't do much for my pores, but it really does help your makeup to stay on. I was quite surprised, and it really was affordable. I think it was under 100 Rand. And it really does help with the longevity of your foundation. So if that is your issue, I would highly recommend it. It's silicone-free as well. It comes out as a clear gel, and you just blend it all over your T-zone or the area where you have oils that peek through if you want to mattify, and really is a good one. So I was quite impressed with that gel primer from Essence. Another product that I picked up was a mascara from Essence, and this is called Lash Like a Boss. Now I have got the brow gel, which is called Fix It Like a Boss, which has really impressed me. It's really good. It's a great substitute for my Benefit. It's not the quality of the Benefit, but hell, for the price, it gets the job done. So I decided to pick up this mascara. I was in the market for a drugstore mascara. Disappointed. It is the one that I have on today. It's quite thick. It's quite gunky. It doesn't flake on me and it doesn't smudge on me. So that's why I'm still using it. I will carry on using it. I don't like to waste things. But would I recommend it? No. If you are on a budget, I would say spend a little bit more and get something from L'Oreal. But this one was a little bit disappointing. So just a little bit dry. And then a powder that I've picked up again, I have been using this over and over, but I had been without it. I had finished up my Fit Me Matte and Poreless Oil Control. I had finished it up and I thought, well, I've got so many other powders. Let me dig into my other powders, try and get through them. But with the compromised texture of my skin and the dehydration, and my skin has still been pumping out oils, I just couldn't find anything that was really making a difference to my skin in terms of powders. So I decided to go back to my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, went out, got myself another compact of this. It really just does a trick. It does add a little bit of coverage. It does help to blur my pores. It helps to keep oils at bay, and it's affordable. It's under 200 Rand, so really can't be beat. And I just thought, fiddling around with these other powders that are just annoying me, just go back to one that you know works, and that was that one. And then finally, a lipstick. Now, I did buy a couple of these a couple of months ago, and I might have mentioned them in a video, 1 or 2 videos, and those are the MAC Maximal lipsticks. So they have reformulated their matte lipsticks, and they are just to die for. They really have great longevity on the lips. The one that I'm wearing on my lips today is in the shade Taupe. This is a shade that I wore way back in the 90s. It's a muted brown, and I just love it. It's become my new favorite, and it is the one that I have on today. I do have a little bit of the Clinique gloss over the top of it, but I have really been enjoying these from MAC. They don't dry out your lips. They have great longevity, and I would highly recommend them. So let me know if you have tried these and what your thoughts are. So guys, those are my August favorites and fails and my menopause update. Let me know if you have any solutions for my menopausal skin. I would love to hear from you. If there's any specific product that you have been using that you find really just does the trick, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.